Well, friends, welcome to Hoarders Season 1 Craft Room Edition. I'm your host, Molly, also known as Good Golly Gal, and goodness gracious, I've got a giant mess to clean up. This is a problem. Some of you may have seen when I did my first craft room video, and I had this tiny little, I called it the office closet. Like, it's the tiniest little box. And I got everything out and I organized it and it was amazing and it was beautiful and I painted this mural and it was incredible. And then we moved. And we moved here to North Carolina. And when we moved here, this basement was for my in-laws and for my parents to come and stay. And then they moved here, which is amazing. So then I no longer needed a guest room. So we decided that we would make this my craft room. And my husband has set up a little office in our garage. Well, in order for him to set up the office, he had to bring all of my stuff in here. So now it's everywhere. And I'm really overwhelmed. I need to make this space nice again. I need to be able to create in here. I need to be able to make videos. So welcome to day one of creating my dream craft room. I need to set the timer because the brain is overwhelmed. And by the way, since the last craft room video, I have included some more crafts in my arsenal. So I now make candles, I'm doing stained glass, and I have started a jewelry business, which I had that in Memphis, but now I am doing craft shows. And so I have all of the supplies for doing pop-up events. So, oh, and I'm also trying to open a storefront. Oh, and I've started sublimation. Yeah, it's a problem. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, so let's talk about the plan. Over here, we have the door when you walk in, and then, oh my word, lots of boxes of stuff. So my hope is to do a little sublimation station over here. And if we pan over on this side, you'll see I've got a restroom. And over here, you'll see I've got all the stuff I use for my craft shows, but I'm gonna have to find a spot for that. I'm hoping to have different stations where I can film different crafts. Back there is where I have all of my candle making supplies. I've got random stuff in my craft cabinet. This wall with Bucky McSparkleson is where I hope to do more dry crafts. I'm hoping to use that as a filming backdrop, that as a filming backdrop, and then at this closet in the very back, it's under our stairs, so it's not a ton of space, but I'm hoping to maximize that storage space as well. And then in this corner, I have additional storage. Right now, it's where all of my fabric and yarn and jewelry findings are, but oh, look at the ground. It's awful. It's so bad. We got to fix this. Other thing I have to create is I have to create a station for me to be able to package up my orders. So I have a website and I sell candles. I have my signature candle, my Good Golly Tea Time. Y'all, this candle smells so good. It is white tea, bergamot, green tea, ginger, and lemongrass. It is just, oh, it's so good. I also have my products that I make, like my tote bags. I need more time in my day. I have zipper pouches. I do tumblers, mugs, all that stuff, stickers, and all of that is on my website. So if you go to goodgollyshop.com, if you're curious to see what I have, that's where it is. Okay, so originally I was trying to get a storefront, and a year ago is when this whole process started. They still had not decided who was going to get the storefront, which I know sounds crazy, but in my tiny little town, there aren't many available spaces. So I was still in the running for that, but also after the week that I spent with my mom was a little uncertain if I was going to have the time to devote to doing a full-time storefront, just because as she's gotten older and her health has not been the best, she needs some help. So I decided to pull my name from the running, and a friend of mine reached out and said their bakery was going to be closed on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and asked if I'd be interested in doing a pop-up. So I'm going to be doing the Good Golly Shop from the Bryson City Bakery here in Bryson City every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And in order for that to work successfully, I have got to get this space organize and clean and get some things going. This section over here, we're actually going to move over here because this is going to be the backdrop for some of my filming, but there's so much. I mean, it's a little overwhelming. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to have you hand me things and then I'll put them over here.
Roger.
So right now I'm basically just moving everything from this side of the room over here, which is a little overwhelming because it feels like I'm just making a mess, like even more of a mess, but it has to be done in order to start organizing. That's the problem, is that everything's in here. I wish that I had left everything in the garage and set up. So like when I did my craft room, oh look, it looks like I have antlers. So when I did my craft room, I took everything out, I cleaned it all, I decorated it, I set it all up, I figured out what would go where, and then I slowly started putting it back together. Whereas with this space, I don't have that option. Like, I can't take it all outside because it took me days to get to that point where I could start bringing things back in. I can't leave stuff outside, and I can't do it in the garage because Corey's just cleaned the garage and set up his office in there. So we're just gonna have to be creative. We're gonna have to just pile it over there and slowly start bringing it back, and then it'll take a little longer, but it'll be fine. By the way, I can't find my full-size broom, so I'm using this, which I am way too tall to be using this broom. So we're putting together the shelf, but it's a little scary because it came with gloves.
And I don't have gloves.
Well, I'm not gonna make you do the scary part.
Can I do the hammer?
Yes. That's why you wear the gloves.
You didn't see it from there, but the glove.
All right, now you come stand up for me. Watch out for Bucky.
Excuse you.
Ready?
Looks good. Me like you.
Look how cute she is. I know.
It's something like that.
Well, they have that kind of vintage feel to them. Do these up above? Kind of like that. We're definitely going to be putting the beads on that wall, and instead, I completely forgot I had these. But I have 2 of these. How perfect are these shelves? So I'm going to put one on either side, and it's so cute. I love this. That's going to go there, and they kind of coordinate with the cabinet, so it's perfect. So yay. I'm so glad. I saw them like peeking out in the corner. It's like, oh, I forgot I had those. Yeah, this side of the room, let me just show you how bad it is. Look at all of that. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It's okay, it has to get worse before it can get better. So we're good, we're good. We're gonna take a little lunch break and then we're getting back to it. And now that this is done, it's kind of giving me a little dopamine boost. Like I'm excited. Anytime I can see a little bit of progress and I have places that I can, you know, start storing things, it just makes me feel better. So we're about to get to it, y'all. This space is going to be incredible. I'm super excited.